In 1888, the Silver Star Line, having had built their first 3 ships, were booming money-wise, and they were beginning to plan their 4th ship, a South African mail ship, Red Rose. In 1889, it would be made official and her keel would be laid down on the 10th of September, 1889. On the 10th of September, 1890, the Red Rose would be launched from the shipyard, completing her shipyard phase. Over a 4-month period following that, she would get finished and fitted out and would be ready on the 7th of January, 1891. Following that, the Red Rose would get her final checks made before her maiden voyage on the 3rd. And on the 3rd of February, 1891, she would depart Cape Town, South Africa, for the first time. On the 3rd of February, 1891, she would depart Cape Town, South Africa, for the first time. And on the 10th of February, 1891, the Red Rose would arrive in New York City. With cheers all around her, and she would have her full capacity. She would be able to get to New York in just under a week from South Africa. This would gain her the yellow ribbon for the fastest westbound transatlantic route. On the 11th of October, 1899, the Red Rose would have a very successful career up until this point, where she'd get dragged into the Second Boer War. On the 6th of April, 1900, the Red Rose would sink a British cruise vessel on the southern coast of South Africa. She would continue to serve in the war until 1902, where she would head back into passenger service and continue her career as usual. In 1909, the Red Rose would have her first major event. As off the coast of South Africa, she would get grounded on a couple of rocks, and after about a month stuck on the rocks, she would be towed off of the rocks and would be able to get repairs back in Cape Town and would be able to return to service in 1910. On the 20th of October, 1910, the Red Rose would mistakenly hit a lightship off the coast of Durban, and this would unfortunately result in the death of everybody aboard the lightship. In 1913, after over 13 years of service, the Red Rose is withdrawn and put into storage for a few months for renovations. After that, she would then open as a hotel, thus sparking Silver Star Line's Preserve, Not Scrap campaign.